Several years ago, I played Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and I loved it. I played it quite a few times, beating it every single time I played it, and then I decided I want to make this more challenging. So I decided that I would run through the game as far as I could with no weapons. Back then, I didn't even make it to the second boss before moving on to something else. Now, not only did I get to the second boss, I made it all the way to Dracula. Now, I will preface that I did use sub-weapons like daggers, throwing axes, holy water, and the most powerful one, the book. But as for the main weapon, I only used my fists with an equipped knuckle duster for extra punching damage. This is how I did it. Before I continue, I just want to say that if you want to see more content like this, please click the like and subscribe button, leave a comment to help out the algorithm, and follow my Twitch channel, which will be linked in the description below. Now, back to it. I initially loaded it up on my original PlayStation disc. I proceeded to bully Dracula, letting him get no damage as I used Hydrostorm to easily defeat him. A quick scroll lets us know that 5 years has passed since the start of the game, and Richter Belmont, the character we played as, has gone missing. The game starts with Alucard having all of his equipment, so I decided to use them up until death steals them and make my journey harder. I ran through up until I got to the first boss, or bosses in this case, Gaibon and Slagra. I took Gaibon out as I knew his flying ability would be a hassle as he picks Slagra up to drop him on your head. Slagra was simple, just wail on him until he dies. Unfortunately, my PlayStation was being weird and releasing my jumps while I was still holding on to the jump button, so I had to restart with my Xbox, annihilated several enemies to gain a few levels before death once again steals my stuff. God damn it! Got back to the bosses, rinse and repeat, and now we're off towards the next boss, the Doppelganger. This one I was worried about because the Doppelganger almost mirrors your abilities, except he uses a sword.
Casual.
Casual?
After a few minutes, I successfully beat him, securing my thoughts that it was possible to advance in this game using only my fists. I continued on into the caves and found a holy symbol, a snorkel. This made the next boss fight, Scylla, much easier, as Alucard's weakness to water is now negated. I also abused the dagger sub-weapon against her worms before demolishing her. I then changed my trajectory upwards to the bell tower where I fought the hippogriffs, taking very little damage. I moved on and found the double jump ability, opening up a lot more of the game. I then went back to the library and fought the lesser demon boss, beating him with ease before realizing I hadn't got the mist ability yet. Wait, there's the mist. Eh? Wasn't there supposed to be the mist over here somewhere? I rectified this mistake by heading towards the Colosseum where I found Richter ordering a Wolfman and Minotaur to fight me. I defeat the Minotaur and proceed to have a bout of fisticuffs with a werewolf where I come out on top. I find the mist power and head back to the library where I grab the bat power. I then use my power to find the fairy card to gain a fairy familiar to help me heal during combat. With my arsenal of magic increased, I made my way up to the next boss, Orlox. No, not him. Yeah, him. And to give credit where it's due, he was a hard fight. After defeating the first form, I got absolutely washed by his second form, receiving my first death of the gameplay. Yeah, I'm dead. Fuck! After defeating Orlox, I collected the Echo of Bat ability, which will come in use later, and I ended my stream for the night. The next day, I loaded up the game and continued my trek through the castle to punch Dracula in his mouth. After exploring the castle some more, I found the gravity boots, which help with long jumps.
Don't know how to backwards long jump.
After that, I made my way to what looked like a save room, but instead it had a purple coffin. This led me to a cutscene showing Lisa Tepish, the mother of Alucard, on the day of her execution 300 years prior. This cutscene led into a fight between a succubus boss. Her cloning ability was annoying, but in the end she wasn't too hard. In only a few minutes she was defeated and sent wandering into the dream world, leaving with a very horny moan. That was weird. I went back into the underground cave system to destroy the wooden bridge, which then led me to the abandoned mine where I fought Cerberus. A few well-placed holy water throws and he was done. Making my way deeper into the mine led me to the demon card, which gave me the Devil Familiar, who joins you in combat and unlocks secret areas.
A switch. Why don't I press it and see?
You didn't need to talk, you just needed to push the switch, buddy. I then almost died to Venus Weed before finding the most OP item in the game, the Ring of Ares. I then moved on to the Catacombs, where the challenge actually got harder. The gremlins gave me quite a bit of problems, but it wasn't the only one, as I died for the second time against the Disc Lord. And I made the mistake of not saving at any point between finding the Ring of Ares and the fight between the Disc Lord, and that was about 30 minutes of my life gone. I actually thought it was before I fought Cerberus, which almost made me want to quit the game there. Until... Oh no, this is after the fight. Phew! I finally made it to a save spot right outside the next boss, the bane of my existence, the Grand Falloon. But after patiently pushing through, I finally beat the beast and could continue onward, collecting the spike shield and spending the next 45 minutes forgetting where I was supposed to go. I know there's another area where it has like spike shields, not spike shields, Wait a minute. Oh, I see it. Okay, it's way over there. I don't want to talk about it. After getting my shit together, I met Maria and got the silver ring. I remembered I needed to go to the clock tower area, but forgot I needed to equip both the gold and silver rings for a few minutes. Once I received the holy glasses, I made my way to the top of the map where Richter was and began the fight. The holy glasses allowed me to see the shape of the artifact that's controlling him, and using the cross, I ended the fight in a few seconds, but still took a ton of damage. I had completed the first castle without using a single main weapon, and now it was time for the inverted castle. In this castle, you don't need to fight that many bosses. Only 5 of them will give you parts of Dracula that you need to get to the final area. I made my way through, accidentally finding the first boss, the Giant Bat, which was the first boss in the original Castlevania game. I beat him instantly with the cross, realizing this might be the weapon I need to bring to the final battle. I collected the Ring of Vlad and moved on, dying to a creature called a shmoo in the library. Damn! I decided to ignore the library entirely and head towards the next boss fight, where I got jump scared by the creature. Oh shit. The 4th boss of the original game. And... yeah, I got wrecked. After restarting and going to the save room just outside the boss room, I got another chance to take on the hammer-wielding monster, where I don't even know how he touched me there. Oh boy. 3rd time's the charm? Why was that so fucking hard? There we go. I collected the Tooth of Vlad next, and made my way through, abusing the EXP of Nova Skeletons to gain a couple of levels along the way. I made it to the Inverse Olrox area, where I fought the Mummy, the 3rd boss of the original game, and where I found out he can just throw you if you get too close to him. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! The fight lasted all of 10 seconds before I beat him and took the Rib of Vlad. And I realized my mic went crackly, and a good chunk of the stream had a crunchy voiceover from me. What did I level up to? I did! Back to the grave with you. I plan on rectifying that by buying a new mic and mixer when I get paid. I traversed through the castle, getting to the underground section, or in this case, overground, I guess, before dying again to a random monster. Fuck! These random monsters seem to be getting the best of me now. I made my way through them and eventually came face to face with Death, the second to final boss fight in the original game. This is the first time seeing him since the beginning of the game, where he stole all my stuff.
Where's my shit?
I beat him and collect the Eye of Vlad. Now, I will admit, at this point in the stream, I believed I had collected all the pieces of Dracula and went to the clock tower room and sat there aimlessly until I found out I had missed one boss, Medusa. I trudged along, dodging and defeating as many enemies as possible before making it to Medusa, the second enemy of the original game. Our fight would be legendary. Yeah, she was actually the easiest of the 5. I didn't even need to use the cross against her. I punched her until she fell, and I grabbed the final piece of Dracula, the Heart of Vlad. I went back to the clock tower room, and the final area opened up. I walked in and came face to face with the Dark Priest Shaft. He uses crystal balls, and to be honest, they were annoying. Not only did these things guard him from direct punches, but they also shot lightning and flames out of them. I did defeat him, and the next boss, the final boss, the battle against Dracula had begun, and I knew I had a chance to win. I hit like a wrecking ball, and Dracula would fall by my feet. Oh. Well, that was a fluke. Let's run it back. Come on. Uh-oh. Well, after getting my ass thoroughly beat by Dracula, and even by Shaft on the third attempt, I took my ass back to the OG Castle's library, where I stocked up on potions, and then found something I had forgotten about in my bag. Strength potions. Potions that grant the user extra strength for a limited time. I made my way back to the Inverse Castle, fought back to the clock room, walked into the final corridor, and then the battle began. The battle with Shaft was intense. For every hit I landed, Shaft would hit back almost as hard. After several minutes, I successfully beat him without using the Holy Cross once. Once the fight with Dracula started, I equipped my strength potions and laid the hands on dear old Dad. The fight was still tough as he hits hard and has a wide reach in this battle. I had to be regenerated by the fairy, but the battle would not end with me losing. But dear old Dad, who took one clean haymaker to the jaw, and it was over. I had beaten Castlevania Symphony of the Night, punching my way through the castle. I want to thank you all so much for watching this. It was a fun challenge, and I hope to try it again, and then beat the game truly only punching my way through the castle with no sub-weapons at all. If you like this, please leave a like and comment. If you want to see more of this stuff, please subscribe and keep up to date. Well, that's going to do it for this video. Have a good day, good evening, whatever your time zone. Bye-bye.